Picture boreal forest, Canadian shield, eagles, bears, and blueberries. If you are an avid hiker, as we've been mentioning, you might have seen those things yourself on the Mantario Trail. So the trail runs through Whiteshell Provincial Park. As you know, fires have been raging there, and so it's now indefinitely closed. The trail is because of wildfire damage. Our next guest has not only hiked the trail, she's run it as well, and she's here to talk about what the closure means to her. Renée Desjardins is on the show this morning via Zoom, and thank you so much for joining us live early.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about something and somewhere that I love.
Tell me about your relationship with the Mantario Trail, because I understand that's how you describe it, a relationship with it.
Yeah, so I am not a native Manitoban. I moved to the province from Ottawa almost a decade ago. And one of the ways that I found community and got to know the province was through the wilderness. And the Mantario was one of the first trails that I got acquainted with. So as you said, I've hiked it in all seasons, so fall, summer, winter, spring. And I recently, I guess in the last 5 years, 6 years, got more into trail running and have also trail ran it. So it's been a friend of mine since I've moved here.
For those that might not know the trail, what's the experience of it? What's it like to run it? Because it's quite a challenge.
Yeah, so I have had the good fortune and privilege of doing a lot of Canadian trails from coast to coast. So the Mantario is definitely a challenge. It is very rugged. So if you think of our national parks and the more, we'll say, manicured trail, the Mantario is not that. So it's a challenge, I mean, for anybody who just like hikes it or just does like a part of it. But certainly trail running, it affords a lot of different topography, a lot of different challenges from marshy sections to rocky sections. So it's a really great trail to run, but not an easy one.
You're part of a group of women that take to this trail. Tell me a little bit about your group.
Yeah, so I mean, there are a number of really great groups in the province that encourage people to get into the outdoors. So I am a member of the Manitoba Association of Trail Runners, which is not women only. It's open to all genders. It's very inclusive, all levels of trail running, and they do a lot of advocacy work as well, trail maintenance. So I've ran the trail with them, but when I've gone with fellow women. I've gone with another group called, I've talked about the Mantario Trail with another group called Backcountry Women, but I've also done the trail with female friends. So one of my good friends, Julie, and I, we have done the trail together point to point as a self-supported endeavor. So that means nobody's helping us at campsites or at the trailheads. It's just the two of us. And very few women, there's a number of us, but very few women have done it in that way, self-supported point to point in one push. So Julie and I have done that now twice. We did another one night overnight as well. So I guess you could say 3 big pushes on the trail. And definitely a challenge, but a lot of fun. And we're really proud to be part of that exclusive group of women. Well, I shouldn't say exclusive, but yeah, small group of women.
Just to interject here, how long does it take to do it tip to tip?
So it really depends on the weather. But for us, when we did it point to point in those 2 pushes, it was around the 17-hour mark.
Wow.
Yeah. And that includes all of our breaks.
Oh, my goodness. How many times have you run the trail, like overall, even, solo or with any group? Like how many times have you been out there?
So the point to point was twice, but I've done a number of sections of it. So I couldn't even tell you. I've been out there quite a few times.
Who has dubbed the Mantario the Womantario? Which I love, by the way.
So that's my friend Julie and I. That's when we started this project of kind of chipping away and trying to do it point to point. We really wanted to encourage women to get out there, to trust themselves, to not feel like they needed a bunch of support that they had it within themselves to do it. So we thought if we rebranded the Mantario to the Womantario, that might encourage more women to get out there.
What is it like then, knowing that that this year it's closed due to wildfires, but not only that, that a lot of the trail actually is gone, has burned, has been affected by this, and at least for the foreseeable future is not going to be reforested.
Yeah, so we know that burn cycles are kind of part of Mother Nature's way of restoring things. However, we also know that climate crisis is a reality. So for me, I think the magnitude of these fires, how rapidly they spread, the damage that they incur, is certainly indicative of climate crisis. And so to lose the special places where we recreate and camp and run and hike is really devastating. It's sad.
What memory do you hold in your mind about the trail? Do you have a specific run or a moment on the trail that I don't know, maybe was beautiful or stayed with you for some reason?
Yeah, I'll share two very short ones. So the first one is I hiked the north part of the trail during a winter in the pandemic when it was permissible to go. And there were these beautiful hoarfrost formations on big white shell and just incredible. I had never seen anything like it. It just looked like these like crystal sculptures. The picture is up on the Mantario Trail Facebook group. And then another memory would be quite a few bear encounters. So those are always a little nerve-wracking.
Tell me about that just for a second, like right in front of you on the trail or following you along. I hope not. I hope not the latter.
No, following, no, but on our first point to point, so Womantario 2.0 in 2021, Julie and I encountered two bears, and the second one that we encountered was actually quite close to us, and it took a while to kind of get him to leave and clear the way. So lots of yelling, lots of arms up, but we made it through.
Thank you very much for sharing all these beautiful images and also sharing what the trail means to you. You might have heard when we were getting ready to speak, people have been writing to us. I've got all kinds of things to share with folks about what it means to them. So where are you going to go in the meantime, I guess, this summer, just as a last question, Renee?
So I would encourage listeners to really respect all of the fire bans and trail closures. It's really important to follow those rules. They're there for a reason. So I'm going to take to some city parks. Whittier Park has a little bit of trail. I was just out at Le Barrier, I believe, this weekend on Amisk, which was really nice. So there's some stuff within the city.
Absolutely. We'll enjoy it. Thank you so much for being up early with us and on the air.
Thank you to you.
That's Renée Desjardins. She's our trail runner. A Manitoba Association of Trail Runners is part of the group she's with. And yeah, she's right. And I'm glad that she mentioned that and put it so beautifully. It is important to heed these warnings about wildfires and where you should not go still in Manitoba. So we're talking about the Mantario. If you have a memory of your own, I'll share more of these that you've been writing to our a producer about. But you can always call us at 788-3205 as the Mantario is going to be closed. What will you miss? Do you have a memory there?